You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Hi, I'm Davey.
And I'm Mitch.
And we are
The Bargain Bin Gamers.
coming to you on a Saturday night, a balmy Saturday night here in Melbourne town. Some could say, some could say, and one just did say. It's weird, this format we're going on. If you are watching on YouTube, either live or on the replay, this is a little bit something different for us, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it?
It's unusual.
It is fun. Yeah, it is. We've got a green screen that's working really badly.
But I'm keeping the main things in front of you.
It is. It is. And our faces are just like you have a darling face. Has anyone else told you that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here I was thinking I would give you a unique compliment. And you she's heard them all before.
Not an older man to
usually,
darling.
usually while she's got the fucking heels towards Jesus.
Okay. What me and Jesus do have.
Thinking of facts. All right.
So today, Davey.
Sorry, no,
What are we doing?
No, let's just talk, all right? Okay, because it's a podcast, it's a show.
Oh, you dispute.
I might not want to like.
Thank God, this is my show now.
Yeah. But look, the format has changed. So we are Bargain Bin Gamers, and we were spending a lot of money on a studio. So we've just decided to start doing it from home.
May as well.
Like real podcast.
Pay enough fucking rent.
Exactly. So we're here in my wonderful office. And something really exciting has happened that we wanted to go live to talk about.
What was it? Oh my God, it was the announcement of the Switch 2 or Neo or whatever it was. I don't actually know because I'm coming in as a little virgin. I don't know anything about this. So I'm very excited because I love Switch games. I have some tattooed on my body. I play all Pokemon games and they'll all be coming out on the Switch 2. I love Nintendo games. So
yeah, likewise. I have been a fanboy since the N64 days. That was probably like my entry into Nintendo. And I feel like the Switch has been like my rock of a soul since its release. Yeah, it really has. Like it's my Switch has traveled the world to me, which is that's saying something. I really think that that's saying something because my PlayStation 5 hasn't traveled the world.
well, you can't take a fucking fridge from the theater.
Exactly. And imagine that. Like, I'm in Barcelona and I'm like, oh, hang on, can I just put my PS5 back to, I don't know why I would do that. That's what I want to do in Barcelona. I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyway, so yeah, look, I was really excited the other day. And let's just call this the worst kept secret.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've been hearing about this for the last year.
Yeah. Like, there's been all these leaks. And so Nintendo have just gone, fuck it.
We'll show you.
Yeah. We'll show you. We are just going to put something out there. And basically, what has happened is Nintendo have said, all right, you fuckers, it exists.
Yes.
Right up.
Yes.
All right.
Stop assuming and knowing everything.
I know. Third-party peripheral developers, stop putting your shit out on show floors. See, I've had a few songs, all right? Stop putting your shit out on...
Cheers.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Stop putting your shit out on the show floor at CES and just trying to spoil everyone's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, let Nintendo be Nintendo and release it when they're ready. I mean, that being said, I feel like they were dragging.
They really have been and this is once again for Stuart, who may or may not be watching, taking it back to Pokemon, where every time a new generation is announced, they're wondering, will it be on the Switch or the Switch 2? I've heard that for the last 2 gens. So it's now finally happened. I do think that the next upcoming game will be on both. I think it's stupid to sort of on one.
Yeah.
Unless they're really trying to sell this new console.
Well, there's information about that in the video. So, well, to an extent, right? So, Mitchell and I are going to watch the Newborn trailer. Well, and you've probably seen it by now if you're here. But what we want to do is we want to go through the trailer. And, if you are listening to the audio version of this, you've probably seen the trailer. But we're going to describe it in some detail and just kind of react. And I think let's talk about like what we want and what we don't want for the Switch 2. I think that's what we're today. You agree?
I do agree.
You do agree.
And I am going into it with virgin eyes. I haven't seen this trailer yet because I want to save it for my beautiful viewers. I love every single one of you.
Yeah.
So my reaction will be honest and drunk.
Honest and drunk. Yeah. Cheers to the Switch 2.
good to see the green screens really well.
Anyway, and for those of you who are watching on YouTube, yes, the chat says that we're playing It Takes Two. We're not actually doing that. I just forgot to update Twitch before we started. All right. Okay. It's Saturday night. It's hot. Just
deal with it.
give me a fucking break. All right. Oh, God. I just do everything for you guys.
I don't know where I'm going. It's those seltzers are really good.
They really have. So, look, let's kick in with a little bit of the video, right? So, here we go. Let's make us sure. Hold on. All right, so here we go. We can see we've got the original Switch. There we go. Oh, now, okay. So we see here the original Switch. Let's just like go back there, right? I just want to watch that again. So. And boom, bigger screen. Okay. Bigger screen.
Okay, I love that.
But watch what happens here. What is it? Is it a Komodo dragon? Like, why is it all of a sudden like losing all of its skin? What is actually happening there? Head and shoulder. Yeah.
So are they saying that it's got like a granular job or?
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's something to do with like the finish of it or something like that. Like it's. It's different. It's changing. I don't know what's happening. I feel like this lifestyle only probably to listen to it. Thank you, darling. So yeah, like I guess it's a change in the thing. I should have bought my actual original Switch in here. For comparison.
It's okay. It looks definitely different. It's giving like early 2010s kitchen bench, but with like
early 2010s.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Though, like the speckle bench, it looks nice. I don't know why they needed to change it. Right?
Yeah. So look, it's something's going on there. So look, it all comes off, and then look,
What's that?
Something's holding in the side.
Is that the bottom or the top?
I think it's the side.
What?
It's the side.
Okay.
Well, no, hang on.
I haven't seen it.
Let's go back. All right. So what? So hang on, and we're looking at the show. Yep, that's coming off. Then that's the side. That's totally the side. Well, hang on. So, and then that's the bottom. That's the bottom. Yeah. Yep. So there's USB ports that we're used to. This is the top. No, that's the power. And a USB-C port in the top. Still an opposite. It's just standard old headphone jack because people. All right, hang on. Let's talk about that for a second, right?
Still plugs their headphones.
Who still plugs their headphones in unless they're on an airplane? Even airplanes are installing Bluetooth these days. So, yeah, like you have Bluetooth headphones. It doesn't mean you can't not use them on an airplane. Exactly. I know, but like when you go on an airplane on international, you've always got to have the little airplane connector with the little two bits. Anyway,
you've disappeared because you were not making shit sound.
I know the audio, but I'm so sorry for the audio listeners. Let's just go to YouTube and give up on the audio version. But yeah, okay. Hang on. So sound off in the comments, right? Are you actually still, is anyone still using like an aux?
Surely not.
Phones don't have them anymore.
No.
I mean, it's.
I understand for like a long journey, or like
Yeah.
because obviously the battery life on things.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Okay.
Planes are even moving to Bluetooth and loud. So I've got a little doodad here, which I can't find it. That's so great. But it's a little doodad that I can plug into the aux port on the plane and just Bluetooth anyway. I don't have one fires hanging everywhere. I've got my elbows, my knees as elbows. No, my knees as earrings. I know. Yeah. They don't in a funny way. So anyway, it's there.
Necessary, but
Yeah.
auto design console.
Okay. Now, okay. So,
Big fan of that.
okay. But did you ever use,
Literally never.
did you ever use the stand up?
I've never sat the screen there.
Yeah.
Just played on the screen. I've either plugged it in or I've taken it in my hand.
Yeah.
So I guess that, I mean, it's good to have the feature. I think variety of life, right? So, maybe some people do want to maybe take it to uni and play it between.
I did it once years and years and years ago, and only once. I set it up on a flight from Vegas to New York. No, you weren't. And did Mario Kart with the Joy-Con. Oh, and it was the only time I think I've ever done.
Okay, so this is just me being nitpicky, but the original Switch, the screen isn't really big enough for that kind of, at least in my opinion, I have bad eyesight.
The OLED
This
version
is-
kind of correct.
OLED, I guess. This one is advertising a bigger screen, so I guess it's more practical. Because it's probably harder to use the handle because it's bigger.
Yeah.
Yes, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and look, and I know this is a bit of a CGI render, but watch how flimsy. So look, I reckon this looks flimsy as fuck. But okay, that's the sort of thing again. So why would I want to lay it down that much? What is happening here?
Looking over it like this.
I'm okay with the stand. I'm okay with it. But at the same time, I'm just what? Was there a problem with the old stand? Maybe if I choose to be still, I would have an opinion. Sound off in the comments.
Sound off. Let us know. The stand.
Do you use the stand?
If so, tell us how flimsy is it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Joy-Con. Old school Joy-Con.
Love Joy-Con.
Yeah, Joy-Cons are great. Great invention.
A great option.
So what? Okay. So they're bigger and they're black. Now, okay. So I find this interesting. I saw someone giving a bit of hate to the fact that it's changed from bright colors to black.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing.
Oh, do you feel that way?
Well, yeah, it's a fucking Nintendo product. It's supposed to be bright and fun. Leave black and white to Xbox and PlayStation.
True. But look at I like the cool little set.
Is that a LED?
An LED.
Is there a light in there?
No. I feel like it's just an accent.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's cool and modern, but it was really garish. I like the Switch. Well,
Look, I'm the
because
same.
you can get the different Joy-Cons with the different colors.
I'm the same. I remember when I first, because I bought a Switch not long after it came out, because I really wanted myself.
Oh, me too.
And I remember I was living in Canberra at the time, thoughts and prayers to me. And I hunted all over that fucking city because I did not want to have the two grey.
Oh, the Zelda ones.
The two grey Joy-Cons.
Oh,
You could either get the grey or you can get the red and the blue. And I'm like, no, the colourful one's fun.
Yeah, but then now here you are backpedaling on that, saying that you like this fucking.
Don't call me out on my hypocrisy, okay? And just open my other drink.
Okay, well,
I'll do it myself.
I was going to say, I'm not. But I think, I don't know. I really like the Switch. I think it's it stands different to me because it's cool and quirky and it's really bright and vibrant. I don't know. I guess it's fine. Whatever. I just don't know why everything needs to be modernized and black and sleek.
True. I mean, I remember when the Switch first came out, right? And it was like total returns to form for Nintendo. Because I can remember, there was the Wii U, which I owned, no one else did. But I remember a review when it first came out. Someone said Nintendo has finally unlocked Gadget X. One of the product. You know what I mean? When there's that cool new gadget.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got a Microsoft Zune. I wish I had one of those.
You keep pushing out. Can you come over?
Sorry.
I'm just disappearing. It's not okay. Anyway, But yeah, I guess. But like, I don't know. I like the garish colors. Like I just said before, I don't know why everything needs to be like modern and cool and modern, black and sleek.
Yeah.
I think I like the retro coloring. Oh my god! Sorry, I just dropped some self food. This is what 3 seltzers does to it, by the way. But I just, I don't know. I'll die on that hill. Whatever. Who cares? But it still looks fine. I like the little accent of color. It's fine.
I mean, it's Nintendo. There will be probably all kinds. There'll be 50 different fucking versions.
And they'll all be fine.
Yeah. So wait, more happens, right? So,
I
okay.
spoke a bit.
But look at that. Okay, so
That's cool. I like.
but notice that this looks a bit different. Yeah, so there's something a bit different going on here.
What is that?
So, well, I think that's just that would be.
Is that what it always looks like?
Yeah, well, there's the sync button, but no, it does look different, and I think if you watch for another second, you'll understand why, right? So wait for it. So this is the other one. That's blue, and then it's like and then yeah, okay, cool, yep, it does exactly what it's always. Okay, this is the weirdest part, right? So you can see now if I play a little bit more. So it's got these little it's got so it's obviously got, you know how like the current Joy-Con you can slide with the you can slide a little extra bit of it, which makes it more as a complete color.
This the extra bit?
Now,
blue and red.
can you just notice for a second that these are rushing around on the ground like this? See what they're doing?
Oh, they bounced off.
No, it's not that. So let me see if I can find it in the actual like video of where is it? Where is it? So let's watch here again. So see there? So see, it almost looks like there's a little optical thing there. So see my mouse here?
Oh, are they being used like mice?
That's what everyone's saying. So there's something, there's an actual like optical sensor in there, like the trackpad on a mouse.
Could you imagine playing in Joy-Con like a
Well, that's just it, right? So, and everyone's like, okay, cool. That'd be really cool for first-person shooters. Because, okay,
I guess, right.
you're not a PC. You're like me. You're not like a PC gamer.
But I know.
But PC gamers are like, fucking, you can't do a first-person shooter because I can't do mouse and keyboard, man.
In a sense. But I get it. I understand that because yes, you'll probably have more finesse and I get it. I guess.
So a lot of people are saying that, okay, so what happens here in this scene as it races around?
Oh yeah, there's another one. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so it's a button.
Wow, they still have buttons. That's good.
Yeah. And so, boom.
Oh yeah, I see it. They look like health.
And then watch. Remember how it used to click on?
Oh, they go in now. They said, "Fuck those add-ons."
Magnetic. Let's just watch that again because I think it's really satisfying.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I like this little colors actually. I've changed my mind.
Look. Oh, yeah.
Sounds right in here.
Oh, it's fucking love it. So, here is the complete picture. It's a bit...
Sorry.
So, I don't know. Nintendo, for the first time in their history, are playing it safe.
I mean, I guess I understand. Like, what's the term? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, all they're doing is adding a coat of paint. Really?
Yeah.
And maybe if it's a mouse.
Well, we don't know anything about what under this will be.
Yeah. I'm sure it processes fantastically, but like, I don't know.
Oh, I just process is fantastic.
I
just process like a motherfucker.
I know nothing about how games. But
Okay.
I just miss, I don't know. But I guess it's cool and then it looks different. It obviously looks different from the original Switch, which is really important as well.
Yeah, and from everything I've read, so this screen isn't an OLED screen like the updated model. Like it is a 1080p panel, but not an OLED.
What's the point then?
Well, I guess we'll get an OLED panel at some point in the future. I know. So
Oh, they're giving us a poor version. Like,
Yeah. two. And as someone who has been a Nintendo supporter for a very long time, this is the first time they've given a numerical update.
oh yeah.
Because Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Wii U, Nintendo Switch. And this is the first time they've actually gone, this isn't Switch for the Switch. So this is what's going to be interesting, right? The thing that killed the Wii U was marketing confusion, right? So I knew it was a different, more powerful HD console, but the average consumer, especially people who would bought for the Wii for its family-friendly kind of aesthetic.
Well, that was like one of the big crutches of that.
It was sold so massively because people wanted to throw their Wii boats through their TVs.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to my mum who got the Wii, so she was the board, and I had a Wii there. Now I tracked my massive white loss in 2008. But this is the first time we've had a two. And I'm okay with it. I feel like the Switch,
That's the least of my concerns. Where the
Exactly.
fuck is the color?
as a okay, yeah, actually, a little bit of color. But like the Switch as a prodigy, I think it deserves to have a proper base iteration as a
Maybe they choose scared to, like you just said. Like
uh,
now it's clear based on the fucking Zap colors, clear on the name, but this is the successor to the famous groundbreaking award-winning Switch. But
yeah.
makes sense to me from like a marketing perspective. So I think they could have made slightly more.
But it's a console the Switch is a console that has allowed them to remain competitive in a market of high-powered systems, which Nintendo has never really been about.
They're not about like a high fidelity, incredible, like 60 FPS.
Yeah, I mean they make a powerful system. Like the 64 was a powerful system. It didn't have CDs like the PlayStation and storage, but it was still comparatively like a revolutionary system.
Yeah.
And as was Wii, as was Switch.
Which is revolutionary.
Yeah.
So they weren't just graphics or focus and processing.
Yeah, this whole bridging home gaming and portable gaming in a way that was seamless with the revolution of the Switch. And it's been emulated now to death.
Yeah, I know.
Like Steam Deck, ROG Ally,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Wow, live on here. But I
even sneezed quietly.
I was watching one of the like IGN videos the other day about the Switch 2, and they were saying, well, have you seen a ROG Ally? Have you seen a Steam Deck? They're bricks. They're huge, right? Like when I go traveling for work or even on holiday, it's like, and I'm my Switch just. It's right. Back. Hey, me, it's over.
Okay, you said no. No, I mean, I agree. I don't agree with the delivery, but I agree. I do agree. I've seen some of those other, like the Switch, like competitors, whatever you call that, and they are quite they're quite bulky.
Yeah.
Whereas the Switch, it is very convenient. It's very easy to take around. I used to, when I worked really far away, I'd take my Switch on the train with me and I could keep it in my bag.
Yeah.
It was nice and convenient. It wasn't this big clunky thing. This is obviously going to be a little bit bigger. It's hard to really tell how much bigger, but I'm nervous about the size.
Yeah.
Which I've never said before. But I am nervous about how big it is because I think sometimes they want a bigger screen and then it's just too big. Like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, this is like a cumbersome console that I have to hold in my hand. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. And thank you to our people who've joined us in the chat, Crispy Dev and Jose, for letting us know that the theme music running in the background was too loud. I have turned it down.
Sorry about that one, boys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully you heard anything we were saying before because it was very good. It was very, very good. Anyway, what else is happening on the Switch 2? Oh,
There's the color I was looking for.
all right, hang on. Oh, new Mario Kart.
Oh.
Actually, well, I mean, I love that, but
I guess.
I mean, the new dock looks kind of cool.
It shows you more of the actual Switch, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, does the new Mario? I mean, okay, let's stop and have a look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that looks nice.
It does look a new map.
Obviously. I mean, okay, so there has not been a new Mario Kart. So Mario Kart 8 has been around for an extremely long time because it was a Wii U game.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Switch game. Whoops.
No. It was a Wii U game that got updated. It's going to be very interesting to finally see, is this going to be Mario Kart 9?
I reckon they'll call it like, oh no, they've already called it Mario Kart Deluxe.
Mario Kart Switch 2 $29.92.
Mario Kart 2.0.
Mario Kart 8.5.
It looks nice.
It does look very nice. Let's have another little look.
I like Mario Kart. I shouldn't have shit talked it earlier. I think it's nice.
Look, it's
Perfectly serviceable.
persisted for a reason, right? Now, that looks nice.
Oh, I just realized they snap in. They don't slide into that controller.
That's what we just spent ages talking about.
No, but I didn't know about the controller.
Like,
oh my God, that's interesting.
yeah, I mean, I assume there's going to be pro controller and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know much about what's under the hood yet either, right? I mean, that looks really, really good, but I don't know if it's, any better than what the current Switch can do or not, right? They're just sort of saying, like, guess what? There's a Mario Kart game, you fuckers.
Yep. So you better buy it.
So you better buy
Well,
it.
this is what I'm really excited to know, because when the Switch was coming out, the console mover was Zelda.
Yeah,
It was Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
It's kind of like when the PlayStation, I think it was 4, came out, and everyone bought the PlayStation 4 because of Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
That's why I bought it. And then the console mover for the Switch was Zelda. So I'm wondering what the console mover is going to be for this.
Yeah.
Because I think every good console has a good mover, like a good game where it's like, this is exclusive to this console. Buy it because you want it. So is it going to be Pokemon? Probably not. Pokemon wants to reach everyone, so they'll put it on everything. Is it going to be a Zelda game again? I think it's too soon to do another Zelda game, personally. So I wonder, what could it be?
So we are going to talk about games after the trailer, because there has been. So there are some rumors about games that are coming, right? And some of them are very interesting. But so anyway, this all looks cool.
Oh, the new Zoom animation.
Yeah, new dock coming 2025.
Nice and broad.
Yeah. When Nintendo?
It's 365 days.
Yeah. So we got a couple other details here. So play Nintendo Switch exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games.
Very nice.
So it's backwards compatible, which
As
is
everything should be.
Which is great, because I have invested a lot in the Switch.
Me too.
Like a lot. However, Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date. A lot of the talk...
very suspicious.
Well, a lot of the talk around the town... a lot of the talk around the town... has been... So there is no IR sensor in the new Joy-Cons. So people are thinking maybe, all right, 1-2 Switch, Ring Fit, all those bullshitty, motiony games that Nintendo persisted with.
Who cares?
Probably won't.
Sounds like no one gives a fuck. So
Yeah,
exactly.
But everything else should continue to work just fine.
I can imagine like a mainstream game would be backwards compatible.
Just fine.
Hopefully not fucking Miami. What was it? Total Carnage.
Oh, Total Carnage.
Hopefully that doesn't make it to the Switch too.
And maybe they can just clean up the fucking e-store. Like, seriously.
Oh, well. Well, let's hope and pray.
Yeah. So, and then we're going to be getting more information, allegedly, when it gets to it, on the, just duck your head down, on the 4th of April, 2025. There's going to be a Nintendo Direct.
The 4th of April, the 4th of Feb.
No, it's American date.
So the 2nd of April.
The 2nd of April.
There we go. Fucking hell.
And there's something else. So the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, which is coming to our home city here in Melbourne and we have registered for it today. We're in the ballot. It's going to happen in May here in
Please.
Melbourne. Melbourne's like there's only like a handful of cities.
Well, Melbourne's one of the most livable cities in the world.
Oh, I might seltzer that.
I've already finished mine. So they'd freaking better. But no, we both put in for today. Unfortunately, you have to just put in and wait. You can't do multiple. So fingers and toes crossed we get it. But I'm excited. I'd love to play it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. So that's it. That's the reveal. That was Nintendo going, all right, fucking hell.
It really was just a,
Shut your mouth. Yeah.
here it is.
Shut
Yeah.
up. All right.
Exactly
It
that.
exists. Like, that's
It
bullshit.
literally told us nothing other than this is what it looks like. There is
Yeah.
a game on it.
Yep.
And there's backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Joy-Cons are magnetic, which Davey's obsessed with.
Yeah. I just think that looks very
I just think it's
satisfying.
neat.
I just think it's neat. And you know what? I like neat things.
You do.
I do like neat things. So, hey, what did you think?
I mean, I've been expecting the Switch 2 for a long time.
Yeah.
So to be completely honest, I wasn't bamboozled. I think it looks nice. It's a little plain, like I've mentioned, but it's modern. It's cool. It's what all the kids want. I'm
Alright.
sure in 10 years it's going to look outdated. I like the bigger screen. I like the look of like the new, the little thing that it sits in. What's it called?
The dock.
The dock. Love the dock. I do think the accents are nice. I also like the fact that there's not the little slot things anymore. I think that's going to be a good feature, especially for people.
Oh, they fucked up a lot when they were
Oh,
released.
mine break all the time.
People were getting them stuck and jammed
Yeah.
and all kinds of
Also,
stuff.
we own pets, so having an extra fucking thing to chew on is
Yeah.
not ideal. So
yeah.
I think it's nice. Like I said, I wasn't shocked that they announced it, but I'm excited it's coming this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, games aren't gatekept behind it. Hopefully, games that are slated for release this year are on both systems. I know that's probably a lot to ask, but I don't think it'd be fair for it to just be on the new one because otherwise,
That tends to happen, though.
I think some will because, like I said, there'll be console movers, but I don't think some of the big games should be.
But
I think
the funny thing is,
if
though,
Pokemon Legends ZA is on the Switch 2 only,
but in Nintendo's history, like they have usually just left the previous console
in the dirt,
in the dust. Like, there
no,
were-
they released stuff for the Wii U and the Switch.
okay. Let's just think about that history for a moment, right? So when this N64 came out, one of the only games that came out on the Super Nintendo was The Lion King. Exactly
Who cares?
right. And by the time the GameCube came out, the N64 was so outdated. There was just like annual releases of sports games coming out, and those systems were so drastically different that there was no like releasing on both of them. Then the GameCube really struggled to keep up with the PS2 and the Xbox.
Yeah.
So when the Wii came out, I think the only thing that kind of
You could play GameCube games on the Wii.
you could. But what I'm saying though is that like they weren't like co-releasing games at the same time. Except for Zelda Twilight Princess, that came out on both. It was
Love
the
that
swan
one.
song of the GameCube
It was.
and a launch title for the Wii. Similar, I mean, and Breath of the Kingdom was very similar because Breath of the Kingdom came out on the Wii U.
Breath of the Kingdom.
Breath of the Wild.
Holy fuck, we need to end this soon. No, it did. It came out on the Switch and the Wii U. It was launched for both. I think that was, as you mentioned, the swan song of the Wii U. I think that was the last one. So maybe there's going to be something like that. But like I said,
But the Wii was drying up by the time the Wii U came out as well, and because the Wii U was a HD system. It's not like when new PlayStations and new Xboxes come out, you get like a good 24 months of co-releasing on the two platforms. Nintendo doesn't really do that.
well, I hope so because I don't want my Switch to now suddenly just be obsolete. Like
It's
going to be annoying, but you know what? As long
I
as
mean,
it's-
your games will still work.
I guess. But I have to buy a brand new console. So actually, speaking of that, it is something that I want to maybe speculate a little bit on.
Well, that's a good. Okay, so we want to talk about wants and don't wants.
Yes.
So one of your don't wants is for games to be Switch 2 exclusive initially
within this year.
within this year.
Because like we've all been...
What if it comes out in December?
Okay, well, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, let's say they release it. Oh, they probably will release it in December, won't they, for Christmas?
The
Fuckers.
theory is July, like
July?
June, July.
Well, there goes. That's where my tax is going to. My tax return. Okay, so I think that is because I think it's just going to be not fair. I think it's not going to be particularly inclusive to people that have shilled in so much money to the Switch. Just so then it's like, and like I mentioned, one of my other things that I don't want is it to be exorbitantly priced. I paid $300 for my Switch and I got it like near release.
Yeah.
I would not spend any more than $350 on this console. In my humble opinion, it's not a PlayStation 5, which is far too expensive already. There's no shortage of chips.
Yeah.
You should be able to produce this
Actually,
product.
there is.
Well, hopefully not for this thing. America, sort your shit out, yeah?
There actually is.
But I don't think that a Switch console should be the same price as a PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Call me crazy, call me whatever.
Okay, so you want it to be the right price? Is that where this is?
I think it needs to be affordable because, especially if this is marketed mostly to children, let's be real, it's Nintendo, they're children friendly. I don't think it's fair for...
I don't think the Switch is marketed to children.
I don't think that's true. It's Nintendo.
Yeah, but I mean...
Nintendo's like notoriously for children. I mean, obviously we're old and decrepit, but...
I feel like that hasn't been the case since Switch came out, full stop. Like, I think that, yeah, sure, their first-party games have got a very family-friendly vibe to them.
They have to.
But the Switch has had a mass appeal as a console.
Yeah, I know, but that's because of how good it is as a console.
More mature games on it than any Nintendo console.
I guess. I just think that... I just think that because of Nintendo, I think that I've always associated Nintendo consoles and Nintendo products with being more child friendly, which means it's geared towards a younger audience, which means they don't have their own funding to pay for it.
Right.
So if you've put out a console that's not really that much different than a previous one, and you're asking for PS5 pricing, $800, I think that's completely unacceptable. This needs to be $350 to $400, literally max. Like, end of. That's my only one. That's the only thing I need. And I will still buy it because I want it because
It's all I want and it's all I...
The only other thing that I would also like is them to update the ability to add the controllers, because I find sometimes when I go to an event and I want to add controllers, it's a fucking odyssey. Not to reference Mario Odyssey, but it is a fucking odyssey to attach a bunch.
No. When we have Mario Party nights, it's like, oh, fucking clip them on, do this,
Clip
do
them
that.
on.
Yeah, make the syncing easier. Thank you very much.
It shouldn't be that hard. Like, they're not comparable, but I have Apple products and they sync with everything. But very easy. I don't know why Nintendo, who's a big profitable company, can't do something similar. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just saying that if I wave it in front of the console while pressing the button, connect to it.
Yeah.
Or give me a cord and I'll plug it.
Exactly. Or they should, like, with
Be a manual.
With NFC technology these days, I should just tap it on the console like I do with my phone, and like it syncs.
I don't think it's asking for much.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're my only real wants.
What about like graphically?
I don't go to a Nintendo game for graphics, to be completely honest.
Yeah, but you want it to be more powerful than
I'm expecting it to be. I guess, like, obviously, I can only really talk about Pokemon in this respect. So maybe this is a Game Freak thing, but like 60 frames per second, I don't know if I'm asking for too much there.
There are games 60 frames per second.
I know, Pokemon doesn't run at that. Okay. But I think just like general processing power, I've had a couple crashes on my Switch.
Oh?
Only about one or two. Both of them are playing Scarlet and Violet though, so maybe it's on Game Freak. But I do think like general processing power would be better. I think being able to use other apps in the background while the game is playing in the background would be nice instead of having to close, just like general apps.
Or like Spotify or something.
Yeah, something like that. Not that I use my Switch for Spotify, but yeah.
I don't think Spotify's on this.
But to be honest, like I mentioned, like I go to Nintendo games for like cell shading. I don't go there for high definition graphics. So I like the charm of like the cell shading. So I'm happy for it to stay.
What I would love, and I don't think it'll happen, right? So in the last few years, the Switch has been showing its age because even the games that are trying to push the hardware are struggling. Even Tears of the Kingdom had problems, right, with frame rate and stuff. I would love it if the existing games benefited from the additional power of
Yeah.
the Switch 2
That'd be nice.
without Nintendo having to re-release everything.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Because Nintendo, as much as I love them, they are extremely good at making me pay for the same game about 10 times. Donkey Kong Country Returns is just released on the Switch.
Mm.
It is the third time Nintendo has released that game in the last decade. Originally on the Wii, and then I think again on the 3DS, and then now HD on the Switch. And it's a great game, but it's like, it's the third time.
Yeah, it's not worth it. You should, if you own the product, you should be able to play the product.
Yeah, like I just don't want like. And as much as there are some games I would love to come out, like I would actually love for Wind Waker and stuff
I'd
like
love that, yeah.
yeah.
But,
Because they did a Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, but no one really saw it because no one had a Wii U.
But also, surely, like, I don't mind paying extra for an actual HD remake. If you're just giving me the exact same game and you just slightly scaled it up, it's still the same game. So to me, it's not fair to do a re-release. But if you've like actively gone in, opened the hood and fiddled around and made it a bit prettier, that's totally fair. You've put in some work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down for that. I mean, I wouldn't pay full price for it, but
you know what I mean? Like in terms of like launch titles and all that kind of stuff, like I want to see some good original games.
I would love an original game. Do you know what I would love to see back?
Yeah.
The Blob.
The Blob. Oh, wow. That's
Fucking love that game. Do you even know that?
I've heard of The Blob
so
before.
good.
But I'm trying to find this post on IGN.com which talks about the games that are rumored to come out, and I can't really quite find it. It's where the fuck did it go?
Surely it's not that far back.
Hey?
No.
They had like this whole thing. It's like, oh, here's all the games that are rumored to be coming.
Let me guess. Pokemon Legenza.
Pokemon Legenza.
Shout out to Fawn, who's one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment.
Yep.
That's what they call it.
Here we go.
Oh,
So all the games, and this is because the point, like, I don't want it to be like a re-release fest. However, this list makes me feel like it will be. So this is from IGN.com. All the games reportedly set for release on Nintendo Switch 2. New Mario Kart. Fine.
that's confirmed. So
New 3D Mario. Great.
sure.
Metroid Prime 4. Now, okay. I'm going to admit here, I've never finished a Metroid game.
I've never played one.
People love them.
Yeah. Shout out to my
People
partner
love
who
it.
loves Metroid.
Yeah. Especially the Prime series, which I have started to play all of them. Oh,
Sorry.
Hi, honey.
I just wanted to be comfy. That became a thing.
And I want to be excited about this.
Yeah.
And I know hopefully it's going to be a big thing because Metroid is a huge franchise. It's never been my franchise.
It's never been mine either. It's been something that I've always wanted to get into, but yeah, it's never caught me. So maybe if this one could be the one.
Yeah. Now, it says Pokemon Legends Z-A.
Legenza, yeah.
Legenza.
That's what we call it, but it's Pokemon Legends ZA.
ZA. Is that a re-release?
No. It's a brand new game.
It's a brand new game.
This
Okay.
is the first time Game Freak has ever since. Oh, I'm gonna say Pokemon Emerald. Don't kill me in the comments. They've taken a year off making a game. They didn't release a game at all last year.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully, it's fucking good and it actually works on release and it doesn't crash my Switch 2 that I'm probably going to be forced to buy.
Yeah.
And it actually runs well. So let's pray. But I think that could be a really big console mover if they do exclusive view it. I kind of don't want them to, but
Yeah.
I think it will because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the best-selling Pokemon game of all time. So, which is insane because it's...
I'm glad you had a chance to recite that fact.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's a new game. Okay, now here's what tells me that we're just going to get re-releases. Mario Rabbids 1 and 2.
Cares.
I actually played the first one. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Do I need it re-released? Is it the best game to be re-releasing for the Switch 2?
Probably not.
No. These aren't confirmed, by the way.
Yeah. These are just speculations, except I do know that Legend ZA will be coming out on the Switch 2.
The next two are quite interesting. Final Fantasy VII Remake and the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the sequel to that.
Oh.
I think that could be, I mean, again...
Was there any graphical failures in the remake? Like, would you say there could be an upgrade to that?
Well, no. It was never on Nintendo.
Oh.
It was a PlayStation game.
Oh.
And they're
I never
great.
played it.
They're great. They're great. I've played both of them.
Yeah.
Like to completion.
As a virgin to Final Fantasy VII, would you say it's a good entry point? Like, could I play the remake? And
Oh yeah. They're fabulous games. They're fabulous games.
cross-dressing cloud?
It's going to be really interesting to see them performing on the Switch 2.
It's weird that they're bringing a PlayStation 5 title to the Switch too.
Yeah,
That will just immediately draw a comparison. Though.
I mean, Remake was a PS4 title originally,
Oh.
which got a PS5 uplift. So I imagine you'll probably be getting something very similar to the PS4 version. Everyone's kind of saying the Switch will be somewhere sort of like baseline last generation consoles in terms of power, right?
Doesn't surprise me.
Now, the thing that concerns me with this, right? So I remember the Wii U. I remember. Now, when the Wii U came out, they really made a big deal about third-party support. But all they did was re-release and port a whole bunch of games that had been really successful in the previous generation. Arkham Asylum,
Oh yeah,
Mass Effect, blah, 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 and then no third-party support after that.
yeah.
Thankfully, the Switch has already got a bit of decent third-party support, but anyway, and the following three games make me feel that this is going to be the tactic, right? Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and The Division. Also, Rainbow Six Siege, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Now, the next one blows my mind. The Halo Master Chief Collection. Halo. That's
The
like
Xbox exclusive.
that is like a Microsoft first party game. Like,
That's a console mover.
and the Master Chief Collection's great, but I've had it on my Xbox for like a decade.
Yeah.
Like it's
What's the point?
it is fantastic, but I'm like, what is Halo doing on Nintendo?
What are they doing?
What is actually happening? And then I've seen apparently it might come out on PlayStation as well. I think Microsoft are ready to throw it in.
I think they're ready to throw in the towel. Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like it.
And the final one is a new Professor Layton game, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam.
Do you know what they really need to add to that list?
What's up?
A new Bayonetta game.
Yes, or I mean, apparently Bayonetta 3 really suffered from the Switch's technical limitations. So
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Just boof that up.
Well, obviously release Bayonetta 3 and you can play it on the Switch too and hopefully it works. But I reckon a new Bayonetta game,
yeah.
controversial opinion, make a different character instead of Bayonetta. Have her be in the background. She's there, but have a new character. Still call her Bayonetta though.
Well, I mean, the developers of that series are fabulous.
They're incredible. I own one of the art books. The level of like skill and deft they went into design in that game, incredible.
What are they called?
One of my favorite. Clearly, I love them because I don't know their name.
I need to know. It starts with P. Starts with P. Platinum Games.
Platinum Games.
Platinum
Wait,
Games.
I've heard of them.
Have you, doll?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what else.
But maybe because you've played.
Oh, they made fucking that game with the Android. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Everyone loves it though. Near Automata.
Near Automata. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
They love a shoot 'em game.
yeah. I mean, we're on their website now. So yeah, Bayonetta, Near Automata, and that's it. Actually, no.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is mature themes on the Switch. Oh, man, no.
Well, Bayonetta became Nintendo exclusive.
yeah.
And like,
Shows what I know.
good on him. Good on him.
I love Bayonetta. I think she's great. I hope
Astral
something-
Chain. Did you ever play Astral Chain?
Mm-mm.
If you liked Bayonetta, you'd like Astral Chain. That's on the Switch.
Well, there you go. So there you go. That's a want. That's a definite want. I would love a new Bayonetta game. Whether it has the epitomous Bayonetta in it, I don't know if that is really necessary. I think her story's been told. But love a new Bayonetta game. Obviously, a new Pokemon game. I wouldn't mind a Zelda game, but I don't think it needs to be. Oh, actually, no, I don't want a new Zelda game.
It's not time.
It's not time. You're right.
Tears of the Kingdom
Came out last year?
Is still
2024?
No, it did come out last year because not last year. It came out 2023.
End of 23.
because it came out mid 2023 because it came out when I was in the UK
Hater.
on holidays, and I remember playing it when I was on the Eurostar from London to Paris.
Wow. Well, that also is fair because Breath of the Wild came out in 2015.
Yeah,
And then, no new Zelda game.
no, because it's still at the top of its game.
There it
Yep.
is.
Yep, I would just appreciate it if it ran a little bit better on the new
That would
Switch
be
without
nice.
them having to sell it to me again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at Wind Waker coming out on the Switch 2.
I
Just
wouldn't
saying.
matter. Do you reckon they would ever redo Twilight Princess? Have they done it before?
They did a Twilight Princess
On Wii
HD
U?
on Wii U. Yeah.
Re-release it on the Switch too.
Yeah.
I love Twilight Princess.
Yeah. Anyway. Any final wants, don't wants from the Switch 2?
No, I'm actually really excited. I really, really love the Switch. It's been such a seminal part of my gaming. Seminal. Big
Seminal.
words tonight. It's been a seminal part of my gaming sphere for the
Yeah.
last decade. How long has it been out now? 2015.
2015, yes.
So yeah, a decade. Yeah.
She's had a good run.
Holy
She's had a good
I
run.
just
And I
realized-
still play the fucking thing.
I love my Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah. I still play it all the time. So, they'll make a new Mario Party game.
Of course, that
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Mario Party
Like
500.
like 10 of them.
But yeah, no, I think I want it to be a substantial upgrade. I don't want it to be too expensive, too exorbitant, because then it's just going to create a barrier of entry.
Yeah.
Which I think the gaming industry's already started. Just run nicely. What about you?
Yeah, look, I hope there is a decent price point. I want some killer launch titles.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be just resold stuff from too much stuff from previous consoles. I have a feeling that Metroid and Mario Kart are probably going to be the killers. That's going to be the draw card.
Just to amend onto my thing, I want killer release titles that are original. Because I've been feeling like Nintendo games have been really like resting on their laurels when it comes to their like game releases. I haven't seen a lot of like inventiveness from games, so I'd love like
a new franchise would be great.
I'd love them to take a risk.
Yeah.
Like it paid off with like Bayonetta or something. Like
something like exciting and new from the first party perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because like their first party franchises have been the same thing for decades.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I would love something like that. Like shake it up a little bit, make the Switch different, Switch 2 different, like actually define it, because you said it before that the Switch U had like a branding problem. So
the Wii U had a brand name.
Wii U, sorry. So like make sure that there's something different, make sure there's something new, you know, that'd be interesting. But anything else?
No, look, I'm excited. You know, and I will get it. I will buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
I love that we're almost getting like an upgrade. So, you know, because I've invested so much time and money, I'm hoping that like it's just going to be a seamless experience.
Yeah.
To play all my digital games, download all my save cloud files, game cards, all that kind of stuff. But also the excitement of all the new, and I hope it's quite powerful. I do hope that it packs a bit of a punch to remain competitive. And I think it'll do it. Like the Switch is a winner. Calling it the Switch 2 is a great idea. Everyone, and I agree with the people who were saying
Switch is a household name.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. You're playing it safe, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Hopefully they're playing it safe with the naming, but they won't play it safe with the games.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's it. That's how we're feeling about the Switch. It's so good. We're sorry the music was really loud at the beginning. I might try and re-edit that to see if I can tune it out. But that's us.
Us.
We're done. We're done. So until next time, I've been Davey.
And I've been Mitch.
And we've been the Bargain Bin Gamers. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up on YouTube or follow the podcast wherever you get your podcasts from and leave us a 5-star review. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky and follow along on our live Twitch streams. You can also continue the conversation in our BQN podcast Discord by clicking the link in the episode description. Don't forget that the Bargain Bin Gamer is part of a larger network of podcasts called the BQN. You can support this and other BQN programs by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/BQN. We'd love to hear your feedback on the episode. Leave us a comment on YouTube or send us an email to bargainbingamer, GAYMER, @gmail.com. Until next time, au revoir.
Double T Media.